Kavyam, Kavate iti, Sarvam Varnayati. That becomes Kavyam. In Kavya Mimamsa, Dandan describes how a Mahakavya should be. Sargo Bandha Kavyaha. A kavyam is that which has many chapters. Sarga means chapter. Srich, to move, from that it comes. And Gang Pratyaya. So other things that are in a kavya are Vyakarana, Vakyarachana, Siksha and Alankara. Vyakarana is grammar and also etymology. Grammar we know, Vyakarana. Etymology. With the help of this grammar that is laid by Pani, the great foundation laid by him, we can form ever so many words with the samasas and all the other grammar pratyayas and upasargas. So many words, unlike other languages, ever so many words can be formed in Sanskrit. So that plays a very important role and it forms the base of Vakyarachana. So then the next thing is siksha or pronunciation. So alliteration and such beautiful word formation gives rise to good pronunciation. That also is very important. If you see Sishupalavada, you have so many such beautiful alliterations. The next is the alankaras, the figures of speech. Upama, Rupakam, Utpreksham, that is simile, metaphor, and hyperbole. These all give beauty to language to a narrative style. A kavya has descriptions of various things, that is nature, social order, political order, different festivities, etc. The story of these kavyas should be from known sources: Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, Ramayana, Mahabharata, even great granthas like Brihatkatha could be the base for these stories of these Mahakavyas. Naishadhiya Charitam. This was by Sri Harsha, and the story of Nala and Damayanti is described here. This from the Varna Parva of the Mahabharata. This Naishadhiya Charitam has 22 sargas. The Sishupalavadam by Bhaga has 20 sargas and it is from the Mahabharata. The Kirartarjuniyam by Bharavi has 18 sargas. It has predominantly the Virarasa. It is from the Vanaparva of the Mahabharata. It is the episode between Shiva as the Kirata and Arjuna. Kalidasa's two kavyams find their names in Mahakavyas in Sanskrit. Raghuvamsham has 19 sargas. The story relates to the Raghu dynasty. This Raghuvamsham is inspired by Basa's Pratima Nataka, which is from Ramayana. The Kumara Sambhava by Kalidasa tells the story of goddess Parvati and her marriage to Lord Shiva and their son Skanda. It is from the Skanda Purana. It has 17 sargas. उपमा कालिदासस्य भारवेः अर्थगौरवं दण्डिनः पदलालित्यं मागे सन्ति त्रयो गुणाः. Sanskrit literature has come down to us through oral tradition called the Shruti Parampara. The maximum number of works in Sanskrit are in poetry only. Starting from the Rig Veda, which is supposed to be one of the earliest documents of world literature, there's a continuous flow of Sanskrit works in poetry. The three Vedas, Rig, Sama, Yajur, and the Atharva, are composed in verses. Great epics, Ramayana, Mahabharata, are all in the poetical form, that is, verses or padyams. All the 18 Puranas are in verse forms or padyas. One of the 9 gems of the court of King Vikramaditya, that is Chandragupta, was Kalidasa. Kalidasa was a very great poet. He was as humble as he was great, and this we can see in his kavyas. Now, his language was very simple, but with this simplicity, he brought the greatest beauty. पुरा कवीनां गणना प्रसङ्गे कनिष्ठिकाधिष्ठितकालिदासः अद्यापि तत्तुल्यकवेः अभावात् अनामिका सार्थवती बभूव. Ancient times, when all the poets were counted, Kalidasa was assigned the little finger. But no poet of the genius comparable with him has existed till today. Hence, a finger next to little finger is significantly named as Anamika. Such a great poet he was. Mandaha kaviyashaha prarti gamishyami upahasyata pramshulabhye phale lobhat utpahuhu eva vamanaha. I don't know my subject matter well, so will I be ridiculed? Because I desire to be a great poet, just like a small guy is trying to stretch his arms out for a fruit, but that can be obtained only by a tall person. Such was his humility. When he returned home, his wife spoke these words, Asti kaschid vag viseshaha, which literally means, are you an expert now in language? Asti. Kumarasambhavam starts with Asti. Uttarasyam dishi. Kaschit Meghadut starts with Kaschit Kanta, and Vagarta Vivasampraktau is the first line from Raghuvamsham. Raghuvamsham is about the great dynasty of the Raghus, the ancestors of Rama. A streak of a story from Bhasa Nataka, Pratima Natakam, became the inspiration for Kalidasa's Raghuvamsham. He developed into a full fledged Mahakavya, starting from the story of Dilipa, the great grandfather of Rama. Kumar Sambhavam, the second great epic of Kalidasa, is taken from Skanda Purana, and it tells about Parvati's marriage to Shiva, the birth of Skanda, and the destruction of Tarakasura. Kalidasa's greatest drama is the Abhignana Shakuntalam, the identification of Shakuntala. The stories from the Mahabharata. Agnimitra, the Sunga king, became the hero of Kalidasa's Malavika Agnimitram. It was not a Puranic tale, a historical story. So, with this, we can determine the age of Kalidasa to a certain extent. The Nataka Vikramoorvashya is inspired from a germ of a story in the Rig Veda, the story of Pururavash and the Apsaras Urvashi. The love and philosophical outpourings of a banished yaksha becomes the base of Meghadutam or Megha the Kantakavya of Kalidasa. It has 100 verses but has extreme beauty and extreme philosophical matter in it. One of the earliest kavyas of Kalidasa was Ritusamaram, the description of the 6 seasons in India.